Mina Kimes. She is going around giving quarterback symposiums and clinics. I'm wondering if she should go over there and help your guys with the safety position because she's a specialist on cover 2. She may be able to go over there and help you with cover 2 and teach your quarterback how to be better because she said the NFL is the best the quarterback position's ever been. I tweeted out a few things at her. She's not very happy with me. Dan Orlovsky texted her. Yeah, I told Dan, shut up. You need to tell her yourself instead of me having to tell your counterpart. And by the way, before we move on, Dan Orlovsky, I got a bone to pick. You just threw another franchise under the bus and said it's not Caleb Williams' fault. It's the Chicago Bears' fault. When are we going to start blaming these overpaid, under-delivering ass quarterbacks? I want to know what is their fault. When is it their fault?
Coach, there was this crouching tiger who said Caleb Williams is not the number 1 pick. He said, I'm not a fan of his. Oh, that was me.
Oh, I thought it was Mina. My bad.
Yeah, well, here's the issue with the people that say, well, Mina knows more football than Coach JB. And I think many of you are trolling, but for those of you who are serious about that.
They're beta males, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. They probably voted for Kamala, but here's the other thing. But I want to ask a serious question. Do you think Mina can go out there and actually draw up any type of basic coverage or front? And then if it's a 3-4 under with a cover 2 shell, and if they run like a bandit or a robber technique, do you think Mina can actually go on the board and say, how would we adjust to it on the fly? Do you think she can actually explain quarters coverage against a trips to the wide side? Do you think, because I know I can't, but I admit it. I don't go around thinking that I'm Asian or I'm Norm Chow's nephew. I don't. Like, do you actually, the people that actually say that, I have a question that's serious as cancer. But Rakim wants to know, can she really draw up protections? What is the hot? What is the sight adjustment?
I just want to I want to know how she fucking can teach me how to take a drop under center and read the fucking sight adjust. I want to know how that is supposed to happen, but she can talk about quarterback play.
Right. I mean, does she even know what an inverted cover 2 is, by the way, a Jimmy Johnson creation? Does she understand pattern match zones?
No, I don't even want to dive into all that. Like, I'm
can
keeping
she
it
actually, like, Orlovsky can at least somewhat draw it up and explain it. But I can get data and say, yeah, teams on 4th down are passing 81% of the time. Right, but that's reading data. That's not football. Football is played by human beings.
And let's be honest, Steve. Asians do data better than anyone.
Well, I mean, we're okay at it. We're okay.
Hey, Steve, I got to be honest. Have you ever seen her on the board?
No, because she can't get on the board.
That's my point. But people really think they listen to her and take her stuff like it's like the gospel. And I'm like, hold on. Have you ever seen her write a play up, draw a coverage? Have you ever seen her get on the marker board with Dan? She's never. They won't let her. It's like Ken Norton at SC. Pete Carroll said, no, you're too dumb to get on the board. You're never going to get on the board. Anyway,
come on.
My bad. Nobody knows that story. But anyway.
They do now. No snitching policy going on here. Jeez. Oh,
well, anyway, you can't get on the board in front of recruits. Let's say that. So anyway, you can't have Mina Kimes on the board. You'll get exposed, Disney. But anyway, I would love to get on the board with you, Mina, anytime.
Like, just basic questions. Give me a cover 2 beater. Give me a cover 3 beater. Look, it's one thing to know analytics. I get it. But analytics is like basically mathematical equations, and it's a fancy way of saying percentages.
And I don't think she can
really
give you
analytics. Like,
I don't think she can give you that.
Coach, to this day, there's only one stat that I really need for a pass offense. Yards per attempt. That's it. That tells me everything.
Or score.
Right, yeah. And that's it. All that other stuff is just mental masturbation. Really, it is.
Hey, Dick Vermeil once told our team one day, he's like, I don't give a shit about stats. I don't care about what you get on the stat line. I don't care what your quarterback. I don't care what Trent Green does. I don't care what Kurt Warner does. Bottom line is, how many points did you score? I'll never fire an OC if you score more points than the opponent. That was really as simple as that. I don't give a shit about 50% completion percentage. If you were 25 of 45, if you were 40 of 45, I don't care. I want to score because Jared Goff threw 5 picks in one, Steve.
He did. And again, this is where stats can be a little misleading. 3 of those, or I think 2 of them are deflected, really good plays by the Texans. The other one was kind of a Hail Mary at the end.
Hail Mary before the half, yeah.
It's really, he made 2 bad passes.
But he also threw 2 that were dropped. He could have 7.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to body Laporta on that red zone interception. And on that deep corner post to Jamison Williams, that ball has to be thrown high and away towards the sideline. That was probably his worst throw. But, Coach, those Detroit Lions, I kept telling people they're the team of the future. I think they're a damn good team, with or without Hutch. With Hutch, they may be the Super Bowl favorites.
But they got Zadarius Smith. He'll suit up next week. Yeah. They're going to get at least help him with that missing of Aiden Hutchinson. You mentioned that. I also got to say, on the same side of that, man, you watched that game last night, and you watched Stafford and an injury crew. Like the wideouts, just like you said last week, they're back, but are they back? And that wideout for the Rams didn't look good at all.
That's a bad loss.
It is.
The Rams are starting to build momentum, and you're facing another mediocre team at home. You got to put that win in the bank.
Yeah,
you got to put that win in the bank. That's a home game. You got to protect that house.
You do.